Hello, it's Pooki Lee here, and I'm going to share with you something that might help you, because sometimes we get stuck in stories. And are you stuck in an old story? Are you telling yourself something that you've told yourself for years and years and years and years and years? Are you living an old story? Because, whatever it is that you're thinking about, you're co-creating, right? So if you are reliving an old story, if you're continuing to talk about a situation the way that it's always been, you know, and you're attached to the old story, well, you're going to find yourself getting stuck there, right? Because the old story can take us nowhere. We can't grow from the old story. The old story is just what was, what is. Right. And we can look at that old story and we can attach all kinds of emotions to it and all kinds of things. But the reality of it is, if we want to transcend that story, the most powerful thing that we can do is create a new one. Yep. Create a new story. Have you ever thought about that? Like just creating a new story, like an altogether new story. So let's just say, I'm trying not to think of anything too traumatic. But let's just say that when you were in school, when you were little, you didn't do really well in school. So you've been telling yourself the story that you're not smart. And your whole life, you believe that you're not smart. And so there's all kinds of consequences to living a life of not feeling intelligent. It'll keep us from doing things that we think normal people who have a greater intelligence than us can do. And it would prevent us from actually having social gatherings and being around people that were intelligent or that we deemed to be intelligent. We might feel a little shy around them or feel kind of dumb. We might also look for evidence in our lives where we can confirm the fact that we're not too smart, right? We can look at instances where, oh yeah, that was not a smart thing to do. And so the whole thing is that all of this is in your past. And if you find yourself stuck and you're replaying an old story, it's time to create a new one. And when you create this new one, I want you to create this new one with your highest imagination. Right? So let's just say you're that little kid that doesn't believe that they're smart in school. So you grew up your whole life thinking that you're not smart. Right? So write the story of how intelligent you are. Write the story of you're so smart and all of the things that you've ever done that verify your intelligence. Just write the story. You might even like to embellish it a little bit if it helps the story for you. But write a new story. Write the story of how you want it to be. Let your imagination go wild, so that you dream into this space, because in this place, you are co-creating your journey. You're creating something new. So you're no longer stuck in that pattern over and over and over and over, that broken record of the old story. You're now creating a new story. You're telling yourself a new story. How about a relationship that you have in your life right now and it's just not how you would like it to be? Well, what if you sat down and you wrote a new story about that relationship? What if you just wrote how you wanted it to be, how you wanted to feel in the relationship, the things that you would do together, all of the beautiful moments that you would share, and just really paint this picture of this really wonderful relationship, right? You can just create a new story. Just start telling a new story, right? So if you don't like your job, how about you don't like your job? Right. And every day you get up and you're like, I don't like my job. I don't like my job. I don't like to go into work. I don't like the people. I don't. But what if you told a new story? What if your new story was, oh my gosh, I get up and go to work today. I'm going to meet so many amazing people. I'm going to learn something really wonderful. And you know what? Today I'm actually going to meet somebody who is going to transform my life. Like, I don't know how, but something magical is going to happen at work today, you know? And how do you think your day at work is going to unfold? How do you think you're going to feel at work, starting it off with those kinds of feelings? What do you think? You think you might be a little bit more energized, a little bit more communicative, a little bit more friendly? Right? We want to be friendly. We want to be like connected. It's so important. It's like one of the primary needs that we have is connection with each other. So just tell a new story. Tell a new story about your job or school, like you're not doing well in school. Tell a new story that you're doing great in school, and that when you're reading your text, do you understand all of it with grace and ease? I'll tell you the honest to God truth. When I was in college, I used to put my hand on the textbook before I would study for a test, and I would ask the textbook to please be kind to me and to share with me the information that I need to know and allow me to understand it and to ingest it in a way that will help me gain the knowledge that I need in order to pass the class. Right. So I talked to the book first. Right. And so then in that, I'm actually like taking action and activating something in my world. So where is it in your life that you can tell a new story? Who are you in relationship that you would like to have that relationship enhanced? Right? You don't have to involve the people in the story that you're creating. This can just be a little secret. You don't have to tell them anything. You just begin to tell a new story. Begin to see the world the way that you want to see it. Begin to look at the world in a whole new way. Like rather than being stuck in an old story that is limiting and holds you back, you can put your energy into a new story that energizes you and propels you forward. And these are just easy things that we can do that can change our day dramatically. It can change our mood. It can change our outlook on life. It can change how we respond to the world. And also, too, I think it also inspires happiness. I think we get happier when we're anticipating good, right? And so where is it in your life where you're telling a story that doesn't serve you? Where is it that you could co-create a new story? Because there's all kinds of things that are happening. Like even as I'm speaking right now, all of the cells in my body are listening to me. So I'm going to say all of my cells are happy and healthy. Oh, all of my cells love living in my body. Oh, they get everything that they need. They're operating at optimum performance, right? That's a new story. That can be a new story for you. That definitely can be a new story for me too, as I'm embarking on a health journey, just kind of dealing with some of the things that happen as you grow older, especially as a woman facing menopause. And I've been in menopause for quite some time now. So I'm just learning how to navigate my hormones and stuff, but it's a lot to learn. It's a lot to learn. So I get to tell myself a new story about my health. I get to tell myself a new story about my well-being. I get to tell myself a new story about anything in my life that I don't like the story that I'm telling, or that I'm telling myself. Because I spent a good part of my life telling myself stories that didn't serve me. I had these old programs, these old tape loops that were just running, and they didn't serve me at all. In fact, they kept me small, and I wouldn't be able to do the things that I do today had I kept those beliefs, had I kept listening to that story or reliving that story. And now my life has totally changed. It's totally transformed in so many beautiful ways. So stories serve us. The old stories, they serve us at the time that they're created, right? Because maybe we don't really know how to deal with the trauma or the event or whatever. And so they serve us. And they also serve us as giving us a catalyst to learn how to grow through them, right? Everything, I believe, is here to serve you. Everything. So even as you're going through difficult, challenging times, know that there is a silver lining. And I know there are many, many challenges that we are facing, and they are at varying degrees and intensities. And so my heart goes out to anyone who's experiencing any intense trauma right now, no matter where they are in the world. May peace be restored in their heart and soul, and may they find, that quiet, that that healing so that they can move through the trauma that they're experiencing, right? And so the reason I'm making this video is because I got stuck in an old story, right? So you teach what you need to learn. And I was stuck in this old story, and it was running around in my head. And I was like, and this old story was making me sick. I was like, ugh, I just hate this. I hate it. I hate it so much. Ugh. Right? I was telling myself a story that didn't serve me. And so I was like, how do I get out of this? How do I get out of this? How do I get myself out? And then this brilliant idea came up of, I've got to tell a new story. I've got to tell a new story. So I'm telling a new story. I'm telling the story of what it is that I want, and what I want to create, and what I want to experience, and how I want to feel, and what I want my life to look like. That's the story I want to tell. I want to tell the story of beauty and love and adventure and passion and play and all the magical, wonderful things. That's what I want my life to be about. So just some food for thought for you today to think about. Where is it in your life that you could tell a new story? And yeah, and you don't have to limit yourself to just one. You can rewrite many stories. Anything that you don't like the way that it is, you can see it differently. And when you do this, use your creativity, use your imagination, go wild, make it fanciful, make it fun, make it exciting, make it an adventure, make it something that just supercharges you and just, sets you on fire. Right? How cool would that be? All right. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing some feedback about telling a new story. And I think it's a great start to begin to heal some of the things that don't serve us anymore, and how we can use creative imagination and play and stuff like that to bring healing to ourselves. So I love you so much. Have an incredible, amazing day. And I want to say, if you're watching this far into the video and you like what you've experienced, please subscribe to my channel and watch some more of my videos, because I'm really, really working hard to get the commercials off of my videos. And the only way that I can do that is to get watch time up. So it's not about subscribers anymore. Now it's about how many people are watching your videos for how long. So if there's another video in my video catalog that looks interesting to you, I invite you to go ahead and click on that and see what I've got to say about that topic. All right, well, wherever you are, have a wonderful and amazing day. Love to you, love to you, love to you. Be loved, beloved, beloved. And I'll see you again soon.